Hey, yo, no disrespect to boxers, but I think it's time for us to unpack why boxers have a difficult time with women. Historically, we hear that boxers, go through a lot of legal issues because of women. Domestic violence. Sometimes these women just go after them for the money and stuff like that. Not a genuine situation. But historically, boxers have a difficult time with women. And during my live tonight, I want you to tune in. I'm gonna open up the panels because I want to know what we want to discuss what's really going on. And some of the things that we're gonna be talking about is fighters are socially awkward. You gotta understand that the life of a fighter is a lonely life. It's a lonely sport. They've been highly dedicated and stuck in the gym. Most of these guys don't have a group of friends because a lot of the people around them just didn't live that type of life. Not everybody's just a fighter. You know what I'm saying? The life of a fighter is very abnormal. So they're socially awkward. They don't have a lot of friends. They didn't have time to eat whatever they want to eat. They didn't have time to even have girlfriends and things of that nature. So when they get to the level of, deep in their career, they have a lot of time for themselves because, going up to the amateurs and stuff like that, they're always busy. They on weight. They eating right. They fight 2-3 times a week. And then when they well into their career, they got a lot of time for themselves. And that's when they actually start getting to know who they are. And they get new influence, new friends, new money, girls that are interested in them, in which back then, type of girls that wasn't interested in them, they fall in love quick, they make babies. And fighters are one of the easiest athletes to be taken advantage of because ever since they was young, these adults been doing all the moves for them, business-wise, seeking their sponsors and everything. A fighter really didn't have to do too much of the paperwork, too much of the business side, and that's why a lot of these fighters, if you understand their contracts situations, a lot of these fighters have difficult times in the first couple of contracts that they sign when they turn pro. They didn't even understand what they signing. Not even the parents understand the business of boxing. So I think that we got to unpack why fighters are easily manipulated, easily taken advantage of, and why they get into these situations where they just can't get along with these women, or these women just can't get along with them.